So guys, as it is right now ahead of 2027, it's obvious that PDP is out of the question. Yes, so PDP is already out of the question. There is no doubt about it. Now the fight is between APC and Nigerians. But on the other hand, some persons are saying that the fight will be between APC and the coalition. This coalition, guys, I really want you guys to drop in the comment section. Do you really think it's dead on arrival, or you think it's going to stand? Because why I said so is that some persons believe that the people that came together to form this coalition, they are all aggrieved persons. And these are the people that really want power by all means. Let's take Atiku for instance. Nigerians don't have confidence in Atiku. That is really true. Whether we like it or not, though Atiku refused to accept that fact, that Nigerians don't really want him because of one thing or the other. But I know Nigerians, most Nigerians, they don't really want Atiku to be there. They don't really want Atiku to be the president of Nigeria. So that is the reason why some persons are arguing that Atiku just need to step aside and allow other people. That is just it. And again, what we still need to find out about this coalition, what is the motive behind this coalition? I know that Peter Obi usually say that he's not eager to be the president of Nigeria, that all he just needs is the right person to be there, that he will support whosoever he thinks is the right person. But that is Peter Obi on his own part. What about other people? What about other people? What are their motives for this coalition? And based on what happened prior to 2015, Nigerians will not want to make the same mistake again. We can remember vividly that Nigerians, they still support this quest for change. They needed Jonathan out of the way. So they were like any other party, any other person, but make it be so Jonathan come out. And that is actually what is happening right now. But Nigerians are wiser. They are wiser because now they don't just want anybody, but they need capable person to be there. So guys, I really want you guys to watch this video and see what Rufai Oseni and Dr. Abati has to say about this. So guys, please watch.
Nigerians, be careful. Na express una dey go. Nigerians, make una kuku be careful. Na express una dey go. Nigerians, una don see amo. Nigeria is officially a one-party state. Akwa Ibom State Governor don't tell in aides and appointees decamp to APC or resign. Yesterday, when I watched for video as they hold their APC meeting, Senate President, lead speaker, and other lawmakers, they said they don't adopt the president as the only candidate for APC. And in fact, they won't make him the only candidate for the country, Nigeria. Nigerians 2027. APC, why are you running? APC, why are you running when nobody is pursuing you? Now, APC be the only ruling party where they operate as opposition party. Imagine make party come in 2023, they vote you. By 2024, you begin campaign for re-election of 2027. The renewed hope where you talk say you carry come, you no finish amo, you are talking of another 4 years in 2027. Everywhere you go for Abuja, na billboard, P-BAT, door to door, P-President, this, door to this. Why those billboard and posters no they carry the works and projects where the president and government they don't do? Why they no they carry the pictures of the projects where they commission? APC they panic mood. APC stop running, nobody they pursue you. If truly he shot for una say okay, you don't work, he has done well, he has done a difficult job very well, he has done it. Why you not want to do free and fair election? Why do you not want to do electoral reforms so that Nigerians go reward you with the second term? All this wuru krukere movement una dey waka, is it because you have confidence say under one man one vote you will come back in 2027, or your hope is in a criminal electoral process and a corrupt judiciary? Nigerians, it's up to now. Everybody they look in real time. They don't destroy opposition parties. Almost no party is viable for anybody to run. So APC is the only platform. That is why everybody movement. One party states capture activated. The one where we're supposed to fit register new political party, it has become almost impossible. Why? Because of that same criminal INEC where would they talk. You see this INEC where they talk so. You see this INEC. If we not fix them before 20 2027. Na express una dey go, Nigerians. Nigerians, you dey watch in real time. They coming together of the destroyers of our lives and destinies. They coming together of the people who are destroying the country. So when will we, the more than 200 million victims of this destruction, come together and also say enough? I mean, only politicians sabi come together to destroy our own life, and we go dey watch them, we go dey look them. Oh, they do. Nigerians, una dey complain, food no dey, hunger, insecurity. The people where you dey complain about don't perfect plan to combat 2027. So we are ready for another 4 years of lamentations and talk. This INEC why they talk so una think say I dey craze. We go our advocacy visit for National Assembly. Who won't come? Come. If you no want come, no come. Today is day 15 of our 30 days countdown. We go do our best. But you see this INEC, if we not talk am, fix am, na express, na we dey go. Nigeria, shine your eye, oh. No be say you go say you no know. Because wetin dey happen, they no dey pretend. You see the senator wey talk say when they come down for plane, you no want to see those old houses. If you not do anything with this INEC, for your own eye, he will become Senate president in this country. Shebi one senator been lead people go stiff mace for National Assembly 2018. By 2019, they vote him as deputy Senate president. Anything can happen. There's no consequence. There's no accountability. Nigerians, you are your only messiah. You better decide, make we help our lives. Join this fight for electoral reform to fix INEC. If not, na express we dey go. Nigerians, be careful. Na express una dey enter. My name is Peter for Nigeria.
Rufai, what's your take on all these developments 2 years to an election?
Okay, 2 years to an election. Everybody wants it. 2027 is the price. Consultations happening. Yesterday, the newspaper led with a story, about Peter Obi, saying he was going to run in the Labour Party. And a lot of people started getting the feelers that, maybe he might not want to be part of the coalition. But this meeting held yesterday, and I think it has calmed some nerves. There are a lot of top hitters in the meeting, like you've seen. Almeida is there. In fact, there talk about General Guzo also being in support of all of this rallying. There was a little skirmish in the meeting anyway by the Jigawa delegation as regards who is going to be the leader, but it was sorted out when the son of former Jigawa Governor Lamido, was finally put as one of the leaders of the Jigawa delegation. And initially they said the meeting was to discuss, what is happening in the north, insecurity and all of that, but it was way more than that. It was this first bold move in their country. I'm happy about it because, you see, I've always said I condemn a one-party state. We should never have any talk about a one-party state. But what I will also tell these people all coming together is, who is ready to sacrifice for the other? Because increasingly I'm seeing a lot of people that, yes, they say they have one interest, which is to unseat President Tinubu in 2027, but all of them want to be president. I don't know, maybe when they get to that part, then they'll be able to navigate it. Maybe I was too hasty when I took, the assumptions of the This Day newspaper on Sunday and say, I said this might not fall through. But I remember on my tweet, Mr. Umarasoni, your very good friend, did say, don't be too hasty, Rufai. And he was correct, because probably he knew more than me that this meeting was coming up. So we'll see how these consultations go. And we'll see where they arrive at. Like you all say, 24 hours is a long time in politics. But it's a very good first step. At least in the news reportage this week, it wasn't about one defection or the other. It was from the opposition coalition also saying something. So it's good for balancing. And please, I just want to say this in extension. I know this is not part of it. Dear Governor Eno, you cannot suppress the rights of journalists. Whatever decision was made in that state against those Channels TV journalists, and I'm really mentioning it because I'm standing up in camaraderie, that because a report was released by them and they're barred from the press center, we totally condemn. We are all patriots at this point in time for our fellow journalists and our colleagues. Real quickly, as regards Seyi Makinde and Wike, these were the people that were together with what Daniel Bwala would call them, the Jackson 5, the G5. These people came together to decimate the PDP and thwarted basically the chance of Atiku Abubakar because they didn't favor them. So Wike is now saying that all the agreement he put forward, Seyi Makinde is reneging against them. For instance, they should not bring forward Okoye again. It should be Anyanwu that should lead the way. He said Sheyi Makinde went to the back to scuttle that. They also talked about taking away all the cases the PDP governors filed against state of emergency from courts and other agreements they did have. So today they are loggerheads. They are so at loggerheads that, in fact, if you check the page of the newspaper today, Wike took a page stating his position on all of that. Let's see how it's going to pan out in their fights. But it's interesting to watch their fights. Because these were the same people that were doing G5 and they were singing Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya, and they were both all excited when they thwarted the chance of their own presidential candidates. Let's see how the Bukola Saraki-led team will be able to bring peace back to the PDP, because the larger context is restoring peace to the PDP.
Okay, what is the main issue? Nyesom Wike, Minister Wike, saying that he has pulled out of all peace efforts within the PDP because there was a meeting at the guest house of Senator Bukola Saraki, who is the leader of the Way Forward Committee of the PDP. And at that meeting, certain agreements were reached. And the agreements were reached included the fact that the National Legal Advisor of the party will withdraw cases in court involving the River State matter, that Samuel Anyanwu, who is his own favored candidate, for position of National Secretary, will be recognized as the National Secretary, and that there will be no talk about any Deputy Secretary being recognized as the acting National Secretary of the party. But at that meeting, certain agreements were reached. And on the basis of that, there was some reconciliation. His argument is that, look, the leaders of the party have now gone back on that agreement in Senator Bukola Saraki's guest house. To which, that the governor of Bauchi State, Bala Mohammed, the governor of Oyo State, colluding with the governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, have now decided to go behind and renege on those agreements. And that on the basis of that, he is standing on those agreements. He is standing on the ruling of the Supreme Court, even if the Supreme Court did not dictate who should be the National Secretary of the PDP. The Supreme Court simply said the party should go and put its own house in order. And the party is divided. On one hand, you have people who are saying that they are insisting on Samuel Anyanwu. On the other hand, you have the National Working Committee saying, look, it's the Deputy Secretary who is acting as National Secretary. You have the Southeast Caucus of the People's Democratic Party saying that the person they want there is Ude Okoye. Otherwise, it will amount to an act of affront. BOT Chairman Adolphus Wabara says so. Other leading members of that party, including Chief Achike Udemwa, whom we interviewed on this program, also insisted that the Southeast cannot be taken for granted. Now, so what is clear is that there is conflict within the People's Democratic Party. There is dissension within the People's Democratic Party. Nobody even knows who the National Secretary is at this particular moment. And that was why when Senator Gabriel Suswam came onto this program, he said the PDP is in an intensive care unit in a hospital. In other words, that the party is very sick. And he said, on the occasion that we interviewed him, that the May 27 NEC meeting of the party will make or mar the PDP. It looks like the PDP is already either compromised or is already sabotaged, and that the prediction of Senator Gabriel Suswam may come true. It may not die as a political party, as acting national chairman, Ambassador Damagum insists, but will he be able to make any impact in 2027? So you have a party, a political party, at a crossroads because of the failure of his own internal democracy. However, I think Wike's role in the matter is also something that should be underscored. Nyesom Wike says he has been in the party since the very beginning and that he has invested so much. But he projects himself as if he's the be-all and the all-in-all of the party. The same party under which auspices he was made chairman of Obio-Akpo local government, under which auspices he became special assistant to the governor, became, chief of staff to the governor, became commissioner, became minister of state education, served for 2 terms as governor. I think it's most unfortunate that he's the same man who says he wants to destroy the PDP, because he says he will fight to the finish. But he's very clever. He's hiding under agreements. The other time he said there was a southern projection agreement. This time around he says something was reached in Saraki's guest house. And Anyanwu, who is his lackey, has now issued a statement postponing tomorrow's scheduled meeting of the party. And he says he disagrees with a deputy secretary acting as acting national secretary. And then the other party, the National Working Committee, is insisting that they do not recognize the PDP. So, look, PDP is out of the equation, the way it is looking. A divided party like that, I don't see how they are going to reorganize within 2 years to challenge the same APC that they say they want out of power. Lessons not learned, leadership not provided, a lot of display of incompetence in the People's Democratic Party. Quickly, to the issue of the northern leaders. Now they had a meeting, the National Political Consultative Group, North, which was attended by former minister, former governor Rotimi Amechi, and attended by Waziri Adamawa Atiku Abubakar, attended by Mr. Peter Obi, and other leaders of that coalition. Now, the impression is given that the North is monolithic. The North is not monolithic. People are saying northern leaders have resolved to remove Tinubu. Look, in that same North, there are leaders from the Northwest who say they are supporting Tinubu. There are leaders from the North Central who are saying they are supporting Tinubu. So it's not as if the North is monolithic. So when the newspapers, the media report that northern leaders forge united front, there is no such thing as a united front in the North. Indeed, at that meeting yesterday, there was a quarrel by the Jigawa delegation over who should speak on behalf of the Jigawa delegation. Babachi Ilawal had recommended someone else, but the delegation, refused. They turned the place into a chaotic environment. The security agencies, DSS, police, and private guards had to protect the VIPs in the place. Peace was only restored when it was agreed that Sule Lamido, the son of Alhaji Sule Lamido, should speak on behalf of the Jigawa delegation. So the North is not monolithic. And there's also the issue. There's also a tendency within that coalition that is arguing that the next candidate from the North, from the coalition, should come from the South. But that Southern candidate should sign a one-term agreement. So you see they're determined in saying they want to push APC and Tinubu out of power. Okay? Now, that Tinubu is not going to just sit down and allow them to push him out of power. And which Southern candidate is going to agree to do only one term? If you put a Southern candidate there, he too will say he will do one term. But in any case, they have not even agreed on the platform. There is the Liyelemoke-led committee that is talking about whether they should remain in PDP or not. There is the Rotimi Amechi committee that is recommending Alliance for Democracy and all of that. So, it's a very complex proposition, and nobody should arrive at any, jerky, emotional conclusions. But it makes good headlines for the media to say northern leaders have united against APC. That's not the reality. It's far more complex.
It does make for exciting political commentary, doesn't it? So, it is without a doubt that yesterday's outing at the National Consultative Forum was a symbolic one, in that in all of the discussions that we've been seeing leading up to this, we hadn't seen so much of a united front. some of the statements were pulling in different directions. But it was good to see an outing where all came together and were able to at least reach a degree of consensus on a number of things as we await for further developments. So again, this had followed the point that Rufai had made, which is that there was some assumptions that Peter Obi was pulling out. And again, this was just to show that it's still very early in the day and that this group recognizes the strength that they have in numbers, especially when you look at the context that it was Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi's tickets that had split the majority vote in the last election. So this combination coming together, although we don't know what the dynamic would be, but it's important for us to continue to see this united front, and hopefully in light of this we can see more of a coordinated opposition being able to steer the ship. On the backdrop of this, there's also statements from the Africa Democratic Congress, the ADC, which had initially been put forward by some media reports as the vehicle of choice. However, already before any ink has dried or any deal has been struck, we hear that there's already internal strife within the ADC as well, as they are also competing for positions. Some members of the ADC are saying that no, we will not relinquish our positions in this party for any new members, while some other groups within the same party are saying, well, let more prominent people come. If this is what it's going to take for our party to grow, it's a great opportunity. So we're still a long way away from a real deal. But we're seeing the body language, we are seeing the movement. Now, as to the significance and importance of the North, it can't be overstated. However, we have to remember that the dynamic needs to be balanced out because we're also seeing an increased shift towards APC in the South, and the Southeast. So all of these things coming to play, there's still several permutations that are going to play out. So, we wouldn't rush into any conclusive decisions at the moment.